Oh, Angus, just look around this bookshop. How magnificent is it? It's an archive of knowledge, a library of literature, a gospel of history. It's a...
Load of old bollocks.
Angus, how dare you? We have come here to feed our souls.
I'd rather feed my stomach. Why do we have to skip breakfast?
You know very well why.
I told you. It was an accident.
Well, when your apology is able to remove the angry beehive from our kitchen, we can go back and have some breakfast.
First of all, it's a hornet's nest. And I'll deal with it the way my old dad used to.
And how was that?
Go on with a hammer, smash it and all the wee bastards inside.
Amazing! I really must ask him for some gardening tips.
Yeah, he might have a bit of trouble there, pal. He died years ago.
What from?
Hornet stings. Turns out he was allergic. Well, you don't think allergies are contagious, do you?
There's only one way to find out. After we're done here, we shall go to B&Q and get you the biggest hammer they have, and you can take them all out. Alone.
Okay, Arthur, I like it.
Good. Now then, with that out of the way, let us select a book from this luxurious archive.
But why? Couldn't we just gone down the Waterstones?
Never! I refuse to feed the corporate greed machine.
Enough of that crap. You just hate Waterstones because they refuse to publish your book.
Literature comes in all shapes and forms. They had no right to refuse it.
Aye. However, there ain't a massive market for a 15-page manual on how to belt with your trousers down.
It's an essential guide that all actors should have.
One's on registers, aye.
You're one to talk. At least I know how to spell my own name.
I can spell my own name.
Well, I don't know where you went to school, Angus, but your name doesn't start with a Z.
What are we doing here anyway?
You know very well, we have an audition today. And the production requires a very specific, very articulate, measured vocabulary. So we must find the correct monologue.
Oh, but why? I thought the whole point of uni was that we didn't have to read anymore.
Angus. Oh, you stupid, stupid moron. No, life is always growing and expanding. You never cease to learn.
Aye, that's actually true. I never thought that I'd be able to find a finer pint than in the pub across the street. Until that new pub across the street opened, and their pints are even better. Always learning, Arthur. Always learning.
You know, Angus, you would have fared quite well in ancient Greece.
I'm so cultured and refined.
No, because you're an alcohol-stove degenerate.
Oh, what do you know about ancient Greece?
Have you forgotten?
Mate, I've already forgotten when we come here.
I did ancient Greece as one of my A-levels.
Cool. What class was that?
Sort of. There wasn't enough in the budget for any desks and very little paper.
Just like my old school.
Yes, not to mention, halfway through the year, our teacher was replaced by some German fellow.
How was he?
Even worse. He demanded we pay him for every pen he lent out. And at the end of the year, he refused to give us our grades until we paid back all the paper we'd used.
What happened then?
I'm not quite sure. He mysteriously vanished. Then several months later, he appeared and said he'd outsourced our grades problem to the rest of the school. Never saw him after that.
Right, well, what books are we looking at then?
Ah, Angus! That's like saying what sex position is the best.
That's easy. The hanging haggis.
What the hell is that?
Well, it's a wee bit tricky. What you do, you cross the lass's legs while she's hanging upside down, then you get the haggis right.
That's quite enough, thank you, Angus. Future therapy bills aside, we shall choose some Shakespeare. There's some classic monologues in there we will use.
What about this one?
No, that won't do, Angus.
Why not?
Because that is an atlas.
No. I think that's the name of the author.
Not quite, Angus. Actually, Atlas is the name of the Greek titan who held the world on his shoulders.
Oh. So this is autobiography then?
No, Angus. It's just a book that details countries and places and maps them out.
Don't sound like a very crepin' story.
It's not meant to be, Angus. It's not a storybook. Now put it back. This will do.
The Actor's Guide to Not Being Shite.
There's bound to be some classic monologues we can make use of.
Is this one of Shaky Pear's?
Shakespeare! And no, but it will certainly do.
Alright. Well, if you go back on this one.
Yours. Yeah, this'll do. So you think you... Oh. So you drink, you can think. Who's this written by? By Angus McHaggis.
Well, looks like mine's free then.
Oh, I guess I can't be too angry then. His book was right next to the Dawn French Guide on Weight Loss.